Oh no!
Frick.
The holy cities do not exist.
No.
They were toppled.
All according to
No.
plan.
Find might.
Boy, am I glad I wasn't the one who planted that bean.
Of the Mummy Lord and the Dragon. The holy cities no longer exist. Erta is a smoldering heap of what it used to be. And Embrys essentially is a land ruled by undead.
Well, that's not good.
Like,
I think
on
we should do
the
something
daily,
about that.
on the daily, bodies just start getting up and walking around.
Oh my god!
Like it is unholy. The area is unholy.
Is the spear almost done?
It's like
Except for like a handful of like pocket areas. It's just overrun with zombies and skeletons, wights, and all sorts of other undead. And upon a throne of gold and pure malevolence sits the master.
it's like
The blue dragon.
it's like the nation of Geb in the Pathfinder setting.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So, from what we
That's
found
awesome.
out, this
Terrifying.
dragon,
Yeah, awesome.
the blue dragon, is like the main dragon of this world, right?
Yes. She's the top bitch.
Queen bee.
Yeah.
All right.
And she has now solidified her position by basically owning Embrys.
Yep. She took control of the Mummy Lord that we tried so hard to stop, and
Oh yes, we tried very, very hard.
Yes, Mummy Lord. I don't believe I knew anything about the Mummy Lord because nobody ever really did anything.
he doesn't know about the Mummy Lord.
Nope.
I will say, right out the gate, it was not my fault.
So apparently there was a Mummy Lord that teamed up with the dragon and destroyed Embrys. Now the whole
Frickin' shame.
Shame.
I only wish that we could have done something about this.
This was like, this is
We
like
tried.
This is worst case scenario from like the beginning of the campaign.
Wait, did you know something about this?
Oh my god!
You know what the best part is? We didn't even find out any information about Death Knights while we were there. And we said we were going to go back to look that
That
shit
was
up.
the whole fucking point of going to that place, was to find out more about Death Knights, specifically who might have actually become a Death Knight.
Oh my god!
Yeah, but then we
Because
met Quincy.
they had a fucking registry of almost every single holy person in the world, in the holy cities.
Oh my god!
That's fucking
And
odd.
you were gonna sit there and sift through it and try to figure out, oh, this person died horribly this person was disgraced after half of his army died horribly in a battle against a dragon.
Mhm.
Well, that fucking sucks. Maybe it was that person. Oh, and he had a brother.
Instead, they found me. They planted a beam that created a huge pyramid, and we scattered.
Well, to be fair, the
After
High
killing-
Priestess of
after killing
Pelor
little-
said to leave it.
Yeah,
Yes, we did.
after killing a little blue dragon and repelling a horde of undead. So we did do some shit.
And reuniting and recreating the Sun Scepter.
We
Found
did
the
also
Orb
do
of
that.
the Sun.
See, we did do
It
some stuff.
sounds
I
like
was really drunk at the
Sounds
time.
like you did a lot of clearing out the little things to make room for the big ones.
Well, we didn't really know that the blue dragon was the top bitch at that time.
Unfair.
And I also assumed that being the High Priestess of Pelor, that she would have destroyed it.
Well, it doesn't seem.
Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah.
Well,
honestly,
they sealed it
this is
off.
the issue. No one saw it coming.
How?
No one. It was like literally over the course of a couple nights.
Well, I.
Empress
believe
went to
this
complete
seems
shit
like
because
one
the
of the most
blue
important-
dragon sat there and schemed like no one's business. She's like, after about a month of you guys missing, she's like, oh, oh, oh my god, this is gonna be awesome.
It's gonna
But
be the
typically,
best day ever!
this means that we
This
have
is-
some
The
kind
thing with
of.
Empress is a relatively new development within the past couple months. Not even.
I just picture the blue dragon like sitting there, and then like a drone or something comes and tells her like they planted a mummy pyramid, and then she's like, "They did what now?" Oh, that's awesome. Give it like a year or so. We're all good.
Well, it does seem that we have a responsibility to do something about that soon. Obviously, I know that
No.
what?
No shit, famous detective.
Well, I mean, I know that that's sort of the plan, but it should be the priority.
She is one of the dragons we have to kill.
Yes.
Oh. That's what you hear about. You hear about what the fuck is going on in Embrys, and also about the raging ghost ships that haunt the harbor.
Goat chips?
Yes.
Ghost
Yeah.
ships.
Ghost ships, like all up in there.
Yes.
Ghost ships literally run by skeleton crews.
Literal skeleton.
Like literal skeleton crews.
Literal skeletons.
Yeah.
You know, do what you want because the pirate is free.
Don't be scared of ghosts stories, Miss Swan. You're in one.
All right. Vernon. So that's what Vernon did. Let's go back to Throkk. So you've all gone off and done your thing. You've gathered back at the sleeping giant. Throkk looks somewhat distressed.
What's
What's up, dude?
wrong?
So,
So,
So
I know that you all need to get moving,
Okay.
but you need to get moving faster than I can adjust to this. Faster than I can settle things down here. For the time being, I'm going to have to stay here,
Oh.
raise my son, or at least help give him a strong foundation from which to build on. I can act as I am a sentinel. I can be a sentinel for River's Keep in the meantime, but I'm going to have to stay for now.
Ew. I wasn't ready for this.
if Throkk stays, I stay.
No, they need you,
I am not leaving you.
brother. I say in Draconic. They need you more than your godson needs you right now. He has me here with him.
But
Yep.
just
Now,
no. I no.
Mavarax.
No.
And I think that's the first time I've used your name instead of Seven in the past
Oh.
Forever.
forever.
Yeah.
Mavarax. If you want to help me, if you want to help Brack, help them save the world. I'm not saying this is permanent, but this is where we part ways for now.
I'm not leaving you behind. I can't do that.
Yes.
Bye bye, Butterfree.
I left. I left the king, whatever his name is.
Here's the difference. He was in a fight to the death or submission or death. Technically, I might meet the same fate if I were to leave with you now and come back to Grace and who knows how long again. So, in order to prevent that, no, I need to stay here. I'm staying here to help start to. I was hoping to be here for the start of a family. I need to make up for lost time.
I have left Neasa and Coronin. I have left Cammy here. I have left Aunt Cass here. I have left not like you. I'm not leaving another person. I cannot do that.
It's not you leaving me here. It's me staying behind.
And me moving on. Yes, leaving you here.
You. Honestly, did you have a reason to want to stay in River's Keep before I said that I was going to stay?
I don't have a reason.
Exactly.
I don't have a reason to be here at all in the world. I came back from a year off, and I came back to nothing. I have nothing around us. You and these guys are my only family. I came back to nothing. I haven't been able to go back to Coronin to do anything with my father. I have not been able to go back there and deal with the love of my life who is there. I left for a year and missed nothing.
I left for a year and missed everything.
I understand that.
Now,
I am not opposed to you staying.
Now, if you go out there, kick ass, take your father's head, or whatever you want to do when you go to Coronin, I hope I'm there for that. But if you do that before I can travel with you again, come back, give me all the gory details. We will work on a way to make it child-friendly, and you can tell Brack what you did. So,
I don't know if I make it to Coronin and I do whatever needs to be done with my father. I don't know if I'm coming back.
I whisper something into. I want to whisper something to Aunt Cass's ears.
She nods and walks back.
I'm not asking you to continue to come with us.
What are you asking?
I want to stay here with you.
What of everybody else, though? What of the mission that Bahamut is giving you? What of Coronin? What of your father? What of the love of your life?
There is so much to do for me, and none of this group's path is headed towards that direction.
I wouldn't be so sure of that. And Cass walks out and she walks up to you and places a stone in your hand.
And
she gently
I
curls your hand around it and tosses one over to Throkk.
You can keep you can fill me in. I know it's not the same.
A stone?
It casts a spell. It's not just a stone, it's a rock.
It's not just a...
It's a boulder!
I like that boulder. That is a nice boulder.
I just don't... I need to go to Coronin. Bahamut's telling me to go to Torrentera, and the group is headed neither of those ways.
As far as I could tell from your discussions that I heard upstairs, Tit Tat, you were a very loud drunk. I don't know if anybody's ever told you that, but
I'm usually loud.
I haven't heard everybody come to a decision yet. If you need to go to Coronin, I'm sure that Arranis will want to go with you. I'm sure that everybody will want to go with you. Bahamut told you that you need to go to Torrentera. Zed needs to go to Torrentera. Therefore, Zed will go with you, so that way you can clear the path to Coronin.
Yeah, Throkk isn't the only person holding this group together.
Vernon.
With you.
I know I was pretty upset about what I heard from Embrys, but if Coronin is expanding into Raelden, I could see taking you back there as equally important. I'd be willing to go wherever you need to go.
See, I told you forever ago that I would get you back. They're going to have to go in my place for now. Hopefully I can meet you there. But we'll see.
And, it's important for Throkk to focus on his family.
He's not talking about taking my focus, but...
I know, but it's also important for the rest of us to apply our skills where they are needed. And they are needed in many places. Your home is one of them. And we can't all just... You can't just stay here.
We can't
I'm currently being nudged in the direction of Torrentera by Bahamut.
So it sounds like your god doesn't think we can stay here and languish either.
Bahamut is a god. He works in
Mysterious
terms of
ways.
He works
Don't
in
stay with various ways.
He works not in terms of the actions of one week or another. He works in grand designs. We can make our way to Torrentera, but if you feel something important for yourself in Coronin, you could go there first.
The Coronin plan can wait until I deal with what Bahamut needs me to do, because without Bahamut, I do not have the shield, and I do not have these platinum skills.
Well, then how long can your plan with Bahamut wait? Can it wait for
don't-
as long as it takes you to stay with Throkk?
No, nothing can.
Then I'm
The
sort of
deal
frustrated.
is, I am going to continue to travel, but I am mad.
I'm gonna do it.
You're,
I'm glad to
gonna
hear it.
like
well,
it.
you're allowed
Glad to
to
hear
be
it.
mad.
I leave the room.
So I have to
I
go back
say
to
that
that wizard
I-
and have
I,
him punch the walls again.
I
I
say to
punch a
Grace,
wall
I'll
on
have
my
to-
way.
I say to Grace,
That's your new name,
I'll go talk to him.
Mavarax Wall Puncher.
And after, I'm going to stick around for the group's discussion, but I'm going to go off to just, not necessarily talk, just sit with Mavarax and Brack. Bring Brack with me.
There we go. It's been changed.
Oh my god.
Prince of Coronin, sympathy crier, puncher of walls.
Puncher of walls.
The pure.
That's incredible.
I love that. All right. So we've made a decision.
No.
Have we?
We haven't even started discussions.
Yeah, we haven't really made a decision.
Throkk, I
Well,
understand
so
why
far
you're
we
just-
know that you're going to go to Raelden proper, correct?
Mhm.
So, before we get down to the nitty gritty, macro scale, what do we need to do to save the world? Because that's what we're here to do, right?
Yes. Raelden, Torrentera, Coronin, Embrys.
That's
And
the
then-
world, yes.
Separate worlds. So you have chaos, separate worlds.
It seems as though the problems, from level of being able to handle them to level of not being able to handle them, starts in Torrentera, then goes to Coronin, then goes to Embrys.
and then 2 separate worlds.
Yep.
Inhuman.
I am slightly upset we're missing our gauntlets. Because don't we need those to save the worlds?
I wasn't told that. I was just told that we
Do you
need
think-
to.
Well, if the
Kill
king's
the
about
dragons.
this fight, do you think that he got us stuff
Yeah,
back?
What we need to do is kill all the dragons.
Right. We need to interact with and acquire the scales of all 10 types of dragon.
Yes.
No, we just need to kill them.
We should need to
need
kill the
Yeah.
chromatics.
Just
Yeah.
kill chromatic dragons.
That's what
They-
actually it means when he said find the dragons.
Oh, that wasn't made.
Killing the chromatics in this realm will only do 1/5 of the job.
Right.
You've got to hit the head of each world. The head of this world is the blue dragon.
We are not prepared for that. I'm
Correct.
assuming that Vernon is informed us of the
situation in Everest.
That situation.
Yes, I came to lecture all of you about why you didn't do anything, and then you were like, oh, it was all these things.
I'm gonna drink more.
I was busy getting engaged.
Oh, congratulations.
oh,
I'm not
poor
here.
you! Spending all your time getting engaged. Oh. Mm.
I didn't say
Wait,
it
you
was.
got engaged?
So much important.
You got engaged? Sorry, I'm eating pretzels with my wine. What's going on? You got engaged?
I got engaged.
Meanwhile, there are
Finally
undead running
done it!
all over the place in Empress.
Maverick
Alright, Empress,
stomps.
yeah.
I stomp back in. I'm still mad. Congratulations, and I stomp back out.
Look,
Seven.
I've spent, technically speaking, I've spent the past year and change doing a lot of fucking up. It feels pretty good to get a victory.
The last 2 years and change. Sorry.
Technically, you spent the last. Technically, you spent the last year under the sea.
Under the sea?
Under the sea.
Yes, darling, it's better now where it's wetter. Take it from me.
Is that a song?
Boy.
Giggity.
Now imagine when you go to another world, what's that?
A whole
gonna
new
be
world.
Time?
A new fantastic point of view.
I don't know. Arranis, calculate the time differences of alternate planes, please.
Can I do that? Can I make an Arcana check about that?
You certainly try.
Get no more nat 20.
Let's see it.
You actually, you're like, I need a chalkboard for this. You go to the university, and you actually start like writing out these complex arcane equations, and you start to develop a theory on it. You're not sure on the details. It's a work in progress, and this is going to be something that you're going to have to continuously work at over the course of time. There's going to have to be observations and things like that. This is going to be a while.
Nope, it's all gone.
I have to
I
pee.
don't understand a word of this. Thank God, it's all gone.
This looks a lot like my day job. Thinking a lot, very confused, and then occasionally writing something down.
Yeah, really though.
And then the robot breaks.
Yeah. All right. So, what are you guys going to do next?
Well, I'm gonna go out to where Throkk is sitting with Seven.
Oh, I was waiting until the conversation was done.
Yep.
I was waiting until
Oh.
a decision was made, and then I was going to go sit with Seven while he cooled off.
Oh, okay. Well, while we're chatting, Aera's been working with her woodcarver's tools
So,
and making this really intricate little carved bird. And she just, rounded edges. She sands it down real nice, and just
For the
goes over
baby?
to Throkk. It's
so
like, oh no, we're not going to see you for a while. I figured I would give you something now. Is a congratulations and well wishes for you and Breck and Maria.
It's not
What-
another
what-
nest of twigs, is it?
No, here, open.
To cover your
She-
rock.
There,
And she-
I'm
and
only kidding.
And she gives you this extremely intricately carved, but also like soft-edged little wooden bird. It's like maybe he can chew on it or something. I don't know what his terror tusks are gonna be like. Just let him rip right into it.
I'll see if I can get Albadan to make it resistant to baby teeth.
Yes, resistant to the weapon that is baby teeth.
I think that's piercing.
And you hear somewhere off in the distance, the great and powerful Albadan.
We really need to get
So
that
help
fixed.
me. If there's one person I kill in this city, he's to mind his own goddamn business.
But, yeah, the thing is, I'm gonna miss you. There's nobody else is gonna call me Tic Tac, and if they do, it's not gonna be the same.
All right, come here.
So
And I just grab her mid-sentence, and I walk out the door, and just throw her up on top of my shoulders, and I walk
holy
around
shit, I'm
looking.
really tall.
I'm walking around looking for Seven.
Oh,
Before we just sit down and don't say anything.
all right. We'll just sit a little bit. She like hugs around your neck.
You can perch.
Oh, cute.
She's hugging around your neck first. No, she'll perch.
This episode brought to you by Kleenex for all the tears that are shed.
You were almost a real person, Zach.
You were so close. You were almost a real person.
This close.
Balls. Thanks, Klein. Hey,
All right, so Aera's hanging out with Throkk and Seven now, sort of.
all right.
If you'll complain, that's fine. I'll go wherever you go.
So
You go and find Mavarax.
Well, we're just gonna sit, not say anything.
Is your
I'll
son
pass his
with you?
godson over. I'll pass his godson over to him to hold every.
So, before my emotions take over, and they demand that I do something cheesy for Throkk and something amusing for Seven. Do we want to head to Corridon first, or do we want to head to Torrentera, back to Torrentera?
It sounds like Torrentera is where we should be starting first.
I think we should do Torrentera, then Corrin, and then Embrace.
Mhm.
I think that's a solid plan of action.
think so
Or if we feel a little lucky, we can go to Corrin and then go to Torrentera and then go to Embrace.
I don't feel lucky.
Yeah,
I don't feel lucky either.
I'm feeling Torrentera then Corrin.
Something just tells me that maybe there's a path laid out for us.
Maybe there's a god with a plan for us.
It looks
I
suspiciously
actually
like
said that earlier to Zach. We were talking about how the session was going to begin, and one of the fishermen was going to say, the gods seem to have strange plans for you, friend.
So, I do think that we should at least make a stop at Rielden to see if the king managed to get away with any of our stuff.
The
And-
king managed to get away, full stop.
I can get my wings back.
And if that's actually the king.
That's a good point.
Because
I hadn't thought of that.
let's establish, so in reference to our conversation that we apparently not so recently had, I'm all in for the king.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I get an opinion on that anymore.
Good on you.
I think, but if that's
What if I have an
not-
opportunity to kill him because I say that he's not really the king?
Oh, quiet you. If that isn't, and for Vernon's sanity, we'll have him confirm it. So I don't have to hear the end of that. Because if that's not the king, eventually I will hopefully be able to sing the verse into such a way that he is no longer dead.
righteous.
Righteous. Right.
I'm all for bringing the king back if he's dead.
Yes.
Very
The
well.
other asterisk is we should be very tentative about this because the queen was his second.
Yep.
Yes.
And just so we're very clear, we are just as far all in on her. And we're going to bring her back if that's the case.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Let's go raise some dead.
well, that's gonna be in the future.
Right.
So
Hopefully, it's really the king.
yes, I
Cross
would like
the fingers.
I would like to ask you all
All right.
one question.
Sure.
They want to do this.
What happens if the king does not have any of our supplies?
That's a good question.
We go and hit things like we always did.
I mean, yes, but I'm missing quite a few things that are very personal to me.
There's a lot of
I mean,
money.
things are just things, aren't they?
Do we perhaps ask him if he could supply us with a little bit of gear?
And we are under-equipped to handle many of the dangers that await us now.
I mean, the most we really need is a dragon slaying sword.
We could go back to Minas and get all our stuff. It'd be quite a raid, though. Very expensive for not a lot of stuff.
I mean, if we get our gold back, it's no longer very expensive.
True.
I mean, expensive for Railden. It's going to look terrible.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, politically, it would be very bad.
Oh yeah, I had almost 1,000 platinum.
Yes.
And I don't think that we
More
can
than
pull.
1,000 platinum.
I don't think that we can pull off the rogue agent thing.
Yeah, we're a little recognizable.
Mainly because we have, families and such now.
Yes.
And those that we would not like harmed.
Yeah. Don't know why you're all having sex while we were doing adventuring stuff, but what can I say?
There was
Yeah.
downtime. It was just a few.
I got married and we were there for about a week.
Wah, wah, wah.
No, I'm not actually judging you. I understand.
And I do have a contract with a dragon with which I need to
Fulfill
fulfill still.
Yes.
a dragon that you haven't heard of you haven't heard from in quite some time.
Yes, and after this conversation's done, I will be using some magic to contact him to explain the delay in all of the delay, if you will, in my promised continuous adventures.
Yeah, it's sort of a... I'm actually kind of worried about Hadal, given what happened in Embrus. Sorry, pretzels.
Yeah,
I mean, he is my great.
He was pretty great.
Wait, I'm sorry.
Great grandfather,
Vernon's met Hadar.
uncle.
Yeah. Yeah, Hadal's this big old
He was-
bronze dragon.
He was
He
at the
was at
wedding.
my
Arranis
wedding.
has a deal with him to share spells.
So, how would you prefer that I did that now then?
Yeah, maybe do that.
Do what?
Yeah.
If Hadar is in the shit, maybe we should go rescue him.
All things in time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to send a message. We say, Lord Hadar, we had an adventure with giants. I lost my book. Please contact soon.
At
So
your earliest
we
convenience.
can renegotiate. Thank you, Arranis Wind River. That is 22 words.
You can reply to this message.
You do get a reply. Arranis!
He's alive.
Like all caps. Arranis! Good, Arranis,
All
good to
caps.
hear from you. Glad
Pieces,
you're
yeah.
not dead. We should meet soon to figure things out.
I'll send a message back. We'll be in Wind River Keep in about 3 days' time. Sent. That's well under.
Sounds good.
You can invite it.
This sending will self-destruct in.
So, now that that's taken care of,
This sending contains the verbal components of bestow curse.
You may only speak through the message spell for the next 365 days. What?
Throkk, you said you had something you wanted to talk to me about.
Well, I pull Arranis aside.
I'm still on your shoulders. I fall off. Gracefully, you can fly away.
I'm assuming this is all like while we're kind of in the same area, like so that way we can hear
Somewhat, yeah.
this-ish.
Okay.
Well, I take him aside and just like, no, you got some pretty big shoes to fill here. You gotta be the glue that holds everybody together. You can't be so negative towards towards certain other half-elves. But
I am bright and positive with everybody I meet. I do not know what you're talking about.
sarcasm will get you nowhere, as it will it with this group. So, if you're ever in trouble, think, what would Throkk do? Then don't do it, and do what Arranis would do instead.
I already do.
You're a much better leader.
Just be a little friendlier.
Okay.
And what I wanted to talk with you about, I suppose, well, everyone was pestering, so I said it in front of everybody already. So that, but yeah. Oh, hey, Brack, this is your Uncle Arranis.
It's a little baby.
And he probably weighs like a cinder block because
It's a just a
He's a
baby.
big boy.
he's a big boy.
Couldn't imagine that small tiefling carrying that thing around.
Oh.
Yeah, poor Grace. Yeah, I definitely need to stay for a little while.
That's okay. That's okay. Level 8 gets you an ACI bonus.
Can I get a check, please?
ASI bonus. So I'm going to hand it back. Okay, so friendlier. I can do this. Okay, ready? Throkk. You're very strong. And surprisingly wise. And I'm very happy with your decision to stay. I wish I could follow in your example.
Better. That's more fact than just being nice, but I'll take it.
you did, though, for a while.
More.
Oh boy. Well, thank you.
Okay.
You'll do great.
We can do
You'll
this.
do
We can
great.
do this.
I give you a slap on the back towards the rest of the group. You'll be great.
Vernon,
Yes.
I still owe you quality tea. And when we get to River's Keep, I will make sure that you have it because you deserve the best and nothing less.
Arranis, are you dying?
Well, I would never say no to good tea.
I want to make a poison ears kit check to see if he's poisoned.
I respect your suspicion even if I disagree with it.
He's fine.
Ugh.
He's not been drugged by anything.
Sorry, why is it so important that I have that you give me tea?
No, I made that check to see if he was poisoned by anything.
Aera,
Ugh.
Hello?
Sorry, I've
Your
not gotten a proper response.
We didn't go over that. So he's just
Okay.
being nice. He's not waiting for a response.
Very superficial.
you are a lovely friend. And you are quite fun while drunk.
Which she currently is.
I think
But I
Arranis
would
is
like you to
dying.
know, that sober you is the best you.
Your
Guys,
best
he's
self.
definitely dying.
Well, it's not
dying.
from poison, so what's he dying from? Disease?
Or
Or he's
being
possessed.
a
Should I smite
sourpuss.
Arranis?
He's dying of old age. Internally, he's like 400 years old.
I
cough a
can't
couple
cure
bit.
that.
I cough a little bit.
See,
Zed.
it's the cough of death. The
I
cough of death.
spend 5 uses of lay on hands to cure his disease.
Yes, everyone knows that if you have a slight cough, it means you're going to die soon.
I have the absolute
I
most
bet-
respect in your ability to change yourself for the better.
I don't know what you mean, but okay. That's where that lay on hands should have cured you.
Mavarax.
Gone. I'm out of there.
You're dying, aren't you?
Seven, come back. Arranis is saying nice things to us because he's dying.
I peek in because I was just outside the door.
You were my first friend amongst this group,
And you as well.
and
And right now, you're my only friend among this group.
Oh.
Hey,
Oh.
I hope that my company alone. I hope that my company alone can help you. Us both. With Throkk's absence.
I go up to Arranis for the bro hand thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
And I give him a big hug, and then I walk back out.
that's. So I look at Throkk.
he looks at me.
And hang on.
He looks at me. And I look
And I
at
look
him.
at him.
And he looks at
Hang
me. And I look at him.
Nerd.
So sorry.
What do you want, yeah?
God.
Does anybody have a passive perception larger than 15?
I think our whole group
Yes.
does.
My passive perception is 24.
Mine is
19.
15. Mine is 15.
I don't. I
14.
don't see what he. I don't see what he did
So
Oh, I went like.
barely.
because I have a.
I noticed nothing.
Well, you were looking
Oh no,
at
I
me.
have a perception check. I have a passive perception check of 18. Okay.
No, that was directed to you as you
Okay.
looked at me.
Gideon noticed that from like 12 years away.
12 years.
From
So-
12 visits with the Giants away.
I have an 11. I did not notice it.
Well, you're out of the room, so that
Uh.
makes sense.
Right. Well. Since Arranis is dying, it was an honor to know you. I'm sorry that our time was so short, and that you spent the entire time being vaguely threatening toward usurpation of the throne. I only wish that you could have done something that made me trust you more during that time. I'm sorry that you died, me still thinking that you were a traitor.
That's definitely in character.
Great.
This is
Amen.
Arranis. He's an asshole and we love him.
Yes, amen.
Well, I've had to. I've.
Are you actually dying,
I
though?
think he is. He was nice.
No. It's just that recently I've had to live with the consequences of having my parting words with others not necessarily be what I want them to be.
That's fair.
So you're afraid you're going to die?
I'm afraid I'm going to go missing for a year again.
You know, that's totally reasonable given our current situation.
And you know what? Being a little afraid of dying in our current situation, also pretty alright.
Yeah.
I'm trying really hard to forget about it, though.
Because remember, I can always bring one of you back eventually.
Hmm?
But I can't bring me back.
I can bring you back in a brief amount of time.
Yeah, you know.
It's perfectly fine. We'll just use our money and buy your resurrect.
Arranis, I feel like if you asked this really, really nicely, it would bring you back. Oh, Vess, nobody can play you like I can. I know just how you like to be poked.
You know that the verse is highly addictive, right?
I didn't know that, actually.
Is this some kind of drug that you're on, Arranis?
No, it is not.
He's high on life.
I was just gonna say that.
Oh, it's okay. We'll
You know,
talk shop later.
Well, it'll be okay.
I promise to try.
I can bring you back
you know,
within a minute.
I feel like it makes sense to be sort of trepidatious. Is that the right word? Sort of worried about death, but if you're always living like you're going to die tomorrow, then you never make any plans for what you're going to do after tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tit Tat, you're a good
So-
kid.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my god, is Throkk dying as well?
No, Throck's just a father. That's like half death.
Oh, Vern.
Everyone's dying. I'm so confused.
Okay, Vernon.
Am I going to die?
We're all dying, Vernon.
Am I going to die?
Really slowly, we're all dying, Vernon.
When am I going to die?
I don't know, probably in like 100 years.
Oh, thank God. That was the plan anyway.
Or sooner if you keep being an asshat.
Yes, we can easily expedite this.
200, really. We could have a decent length.
No, Vernon, no.
I intend to die young, with a great deal of adventures behind me.
See,
Well, you're young right now, and we've had a lot of adventures, so...
Not enough. Not enough.
I intend to live long enough to see everyone's great-grandchildren.
Oh, you have way too much high hopes for me.
Oh no! I'm quite
Yes,
convinced
I
several
plan
of you
to-
will not have heirs.
I plan to eventually become a noble and start a family and pass down my legacy through the family, and then
You
and then
have
die.
very high hopes for
You're
yourself.
delightful
The tender young
tale.
age of and die at the tender young age of 127.
Me too. I plan
Gold
to become a
buddies.
noble and make an heir.
I'm shooting for 300 myself.
Mike.
Oh God,
Yes.
sounds so boring. What did you do for the last 80 years?
I mean, tell stories and spoil the grandkids.
Get really drunk.
Sounds very boring.
All right, I'm Mavarax is gone. He's out of there.
Bye, Seven.
So, shall we rest and make our journeys and travels?
That sounds. That sounds.
Aunt Cass is continuing to bring me the table wine. I'm very.
And nobody's dying just yet. Right?
Nobody's
No.
dying.
Okay.
No. Arranis is just turning over a whole tree's worth of new leaves.
Very good. Well, I'm perfectly happy with the Arranis. That's nice to me. That's good.
Thank you, Vernon.
All right.
I still don't believe it. I'm still not entirely sure about how you feel about the king, though.
Stop, give me a piggyback ride.
That's why I'm trusting you to set up a situation where I don't have to live it down. Fair enough?
Good. That sounds perfect. I'm not the best at discerning people's true intentions, though.
All right, so you rest for the night.
I'm not good at reading people, you know? I think that's a lot.
But how aren't you? You're a noble.
No, I'm
Kind
not
of.
a noble. I'm not a noble, though. That's part of...
You're
part of
an
the role.
upper class Richie people, aren't you?
You think that those people are good at reading people? They're
Yes,
too
they're
busy
supposed to be.
They're too busy gazing at their own assholes most of the time.
Okay, we agree on that at least.
I'm trying to do better, is the point here.
Good.
But I'm still not very good at it.
How will you keep that flexibility, Vernon?
Oh, you know, there's many ways.
All right, so you rest for the night.
Reach
Wake
that
up the next
flexibility.
morning, bright early. You're each fed and say goodbye to those who need to be said goodbye to. And there's much sadness and sorrow and much hugging, and you make your way to the castle of Railden.
I thought we were gonna go to Wind River and then take a teleportation circle.
Goodbye, child.
Mhm.
But you can just go directly there if you prefer.
Oh,
I
does
do
the teleportation circle work?
I would like to have a.
Yeah, the one in the base of.
I am
7 launch
disturbed that that works. Okay.
I would like to have a moment.
I mean,
with,
you gotta like
Oh man,
tinker with it a bit, but it'll do.
can we hear Zeus?
Zeus has the thing.
I would like to have a moment with Throkk and his son.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good lord, he looks like a monster child.
Isn't he great?
I love him. I probably look terrifying to a half quarter demon, half human, quarter orc. Is that what that is?
He's Brack.
I'm gonna miss you, buddy.
He'll be just fine. You can fill me in. But I'll definitely miss you too, brother.
All right. Just like big hug with the three of us, and then I leave.
Remember me.
And then I go to Arranis, and I'm like, Arranis, you and me, all right? We're all that's and Zed, but I don't count him. We're all that's left on Bag of Beans.
By the way, how's Jack? That reminds me. Speaking of people from the beginning, how's Jack doing with our fighting ring?
It's pretty good actually.
Okay.
It's expanded.
They're following the rules. No fights to the death.
No, God no.
No
They have
betting.
way too much. They have way too much money invested in people to do fights to the death.
No bets between friends because throwing the match is more likely to happen.
Yeah.
That's one of the key things.
Mike, in our time in Rivers Keep, I want to have a side adventure that I will tell you about, dealing with the forest thing.
Yes.
Me and what's her face?
Yeah, how's your
Mimi?
pixie?
Mimi.
Me and Mimi. We're gonna go on a little adventure that we can talk about. Not right now.
All right.
As to help speed the game up a little bit.
Yeah, that works. All right. So you teleport to the castle.
Do we get any supplies while we're at Wind River Keep? Like
Yes.
monetary supplies?
You managed to pick up, say, 500 apiece.
500 gold?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn it! I was hoping 500 platinum.
At 599, the type.
From
What
various
about-
taxes that you've collected over the course of the year.
Okay.
I still have all of my old stuff because I'm afraid to get rid of it.
Yes. I just
So-
put in my bag of holding all my inventory.
Screenshot it.
I just undid where I have it. I have them. Like I just have them grayed out now.
Mm.
Oh yeah, you could always do that too.
Yeah, but I can't do that with the gold, can I?
Oh no.
Put it under your
For the
bio.
second sheet, you can do treasure.
Yeah, if you go to your bio tab, you can just put it under your treasure.
Yeah, I could do that.
I will put the stuff that we currently have under the treasure. 500 gold pieces. Shield.
Yeah, that works too.
So I don't have to undo everything, and then with the hope of eventually I get all that stuff back.
Yeah, right?
Okay.
All right, so
The hell?
I don't know what that was.
It was the sound of our death.
Oh, that would work.
you find yourselves in the castle. And you are led very quickly to the throne room where you see the king and his wife meeting with Salek, talking, and not pictured here is a large table with a grand map with all sorts of different pieces on it. And they're sitting there just kind of looking it over.
Why are there 3 of me? 2 of me?
Well,
Why do I have a clone? Oh my god, I was the traitor the whole time.
Oh my god, guys!
oh my god, we've had the wrong one here!
Aha!
Arranis, give back this bastard!
I
Looks
knew
just
that
like
Arranis
you!
was dragging us up the throne!
Oh god. Okay. All right.
This is,
All right.
this is a travesty. Guys, I don't have the bag of beans anymore.
We're out of beans.
Thank God.
We're out of beans anyway. We just have the
No,
bag.
according to my collections,
like
we have
6
3
bags.
beans left.
But you had
We
like
had
one.
5, and then we
Oh
then we
no,
planted 2.
all of those
Because we started with
mummy pyramids
right?
will be gone now.
I'm gonna do my best attempt to say yes, it was a terrible loss, and try and mean it.
Now you hear in the back of your head, Arranis.
That's why I'm
yes.
trying, as opposed to just saying yeah, fuck the beans.
I'm just thinking, that's a horror. That seems like a perfectly fine thing. Kirito, I'm trying. Baby steps.
And
I mean,
by the
Kirito,
way,
I thought you said you were gonna be nice.
to
Baby
correct,
steps.
to correct something that was said earlier, I already collected the ashes of my scroll of pedigree. Thank you.
Okay. All right, and they're sitting there at a table, kind of going over things, and the king kind of glances up and then glances back down, and just stands up instantly and just, you're alive.
Low.
No.
Hey,
Rumors
I
of
haven't
our
heard from you
death
for-
Was greatly exaggerated.
Not exaggerated that much, actually.
Throkk did die though.
Stop it.
Roll a deception check.
Yeah, roll a deception.
I will come out and say just kidding, but I will roll deception anyways.
Hold on.
So he believed me, and then I say just kidding.
Damn, I could have done it and like gotten because I got fucking +9.
It was a really good roll.
It was a really good roll.
I forget that I have a +9 to deception. Because I never
My heart
try to lie to
is
anybody.
saddened to hear this.
No,
news.
no, 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 no. Throkk did not actually die. I was just kidding. He is staying home to take care of his new kid. He's
He's
a
gonna get out.
father.
It's real cute.
He's basically dead.
The thing is a brick. It weighs about 20 pounds. It's 3 months old.
And in wanders this
And by
small,
20 pounds, I mean like 100 pounds. The thing was heavy.
like little, well-dressed, adorable little boy.
Kiddos, hello.
And he like wanders over to the king and just hugs his leg and goes, "Daddy."
Oh,
that's adorable.
What Oh, good kiddo.
And someone just comes scurrying in and like picks him up. Apologies, my lord. I didn't.
It's Kyle's new character.
The cutest freaking kid.
Hello, little prince. Oh, I'm so cute.
A shaker of distraction.
He just waves at you like this and is led away.
I've been waved at by the prince.
I got waved at by the prince.
So, right, down to it. I'm sure you're wondering what happened.
Yeah.
Can I have a quick sidebar with the players, not like as characters?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah.
Are we telling these guys about multiple worlds? I'm assuming not.
I
No.
don't think so.
No, I would hope not.
I
No.
assume that their entire reality would collapse.
Yeah.
Like,
Us telling them that there's multiple worlds.
yeah. Yeah.
I don't know,
just, like,
it depends on,
respect
like,
their
the-
mental.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure we were
Clarity.
all on the same page before we started.
Yeah, I don't.
I assume like some of the higher leveled wizards would have theorized. I don't know, like the magical setting of this place, but they might have theorized there's other planes.
But this is
Oh, yeah.
different than being on a different plane. This is
Shit.
being.
This is being on like a parallel
Parallel.
universe.
Yes.
It's
It's a different
think of
prime.
it like this. Think of it like this.
Hmm.
It's all part of the material plane, but it's split up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
On
not
the
something we
astral
want to
plane.
be telling people here.
yeah. There's the also implications that they might go out and try to conquer that. So yeah, we
Well-
shouldn't tell them that.
Moreover, we don't want them to feel like we've outgrown them because they just saved our lives a year ago,
Yes.
and that would be rude. By the way, Vernon,
Yes.
is that actually them?
What?
We agreed on that, right?
What?
That we were doing first level. That we were doing. Are they doppelgangers?
What? Start that thought from the beginning.
Okay, remember.
Yeah.
We're not sure if they're
Yeah,
imposters
yeah.
or not. That whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Is that really them? I just heard. Is that them? I was
I'm
like, what?
sorry. I was excited. I had a mouthful of spit when I said that. I'm sorry. Is that really them?
I don't know. I could try an insight check or perception.
I'm gonna insight check.
Yeah, insight. And Vernon, you get advantage on this for having known them for so long.
Swap.
Oh,
Oh yeah, with
Wow.
that +5.
Wow.
That's-
Yeah, you're pretty sure that's them.
that's them.
I wish I got that deception roll against them.
Wow. I rolled a.
When you got no wisdom bonus to speak of.
Yeah, you're all pretty sure that that's the king and queen.
All right.
Works for me.
Well, it's good. It's good that this is actually the king and queen, and that there's no doppelgangers or any sort of thing. And I'm positive of this. I know it in my
So-
heart. I'm looking at them now.
You're probably wondering how in the world that I survived.
Yes, that has been on our mind
Only a little bit.
slightly.
Oh,
We were planning a feudal resurrection party, but that would have had to wait a while.
Patty
perhaps
is
we-
somewhat.
We would have had to get beer and chips, and it would have been fun party.
Oh, there was gonna be beer.
We're quite happy that we don't have to we can save the expenses for not now.
Of course.
Cause we're broke as shit.
We all broke as shit.
I greatly appreciate the thoughts. Really, what it comes down to is, as you could probably remember, I was stuck in the grasp of a stone-shaped spell.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Luckily, the Grand Priestess was overconfident in her abilities. And, well, she forgot to block up my hand fully.
Oh.
I was able to dispel her spell at the last moment and raise my shield
Oh, sorry.
and block the incoming blow.
Nice.
And at that moment, something magnificent happened. And he walks back to his throne and grabs onto the scabbard of his sword. And as he unsheaths it, there's this crackle in the air, and he pulls out a sword made of pure lightning.
Ooh!
That's badass! Excuse me, that's awesome!
And then he uses it to cast
If
Chainlight
anyone
Knowledge.
would like to make a knowledge religion, or just a religion check,
Don't know anything about religion.
I would love to do that.
Not getting anything.
Mavarax,
So
you recognize that. It's a little hazy, but you recognize that as a fully realized Valor's Edge.
I'm gonna look at him and just go, "That's pretty sweet." I'm a big fan of Valor's Edge myself. It's quite cool.
That is so badass, Your
I'm
Majesty.
a fan of its earlier work, not so much the later stuff.
Arranis found it within himself to grant me this blade. And as he swings it around, you can just feel the aura of pure, like, you feel like you're ready to go out and fight 1,000 battles.
Having recently been attacked in a few days, I'm gonna instinctively take a step back.
Yeah. I wish I could get some swords. That would be awesome if Bahamut just like gave me this dragon sword. That would be awesome. I could just be like,
I see you carry with you the shield,
I do.
Gale of Bahamut.
Yes.
It's a
And
powerful
my
item indeed.
my appearance is a little different. Thank you for noticing.
He's really
I have
shiny now.
noticed you have received the true blessing of Bahamut.
I am. I don't know what it means, but I do have to do a lot of things for him because, yeah,
It's amazing.
it's quite amazing, man. I looked like some weird Tiamat monster before this. It was awesome.
And Zed, I see your mace, your scepter
Yes.
appears stronger.
Yeah, it hurts now more.
When the Holy Blade was created, and I had seen that you had escaped, let's say that the Grand Priestess and I were able to come to an agreement, as it were.
Such that.
He calls for someone, and a few moments later, someone brings in a small box and cracks it open, and inside are 6 bracelets
Ew.
Hey!
with the dragon.
Yeah.
This, unfortunately, was all that I managed to keep.
Damn.
Yay.
The rest was given to the giants to appease their.
My
There's
really expensive sunblade was given to the giants.
My wings.
So what you're saying is I don't have to kill all of Minist, I just have to kill a bunch of giants. This is amicable.
So,
That's not. Let's not get back into that, shall we?
there. So,
Do you remember how hard it was to steal one instrument from giants?
I know for a fact, though, that the instruments of the bard are not with them.
Oh.
they need to be there. They need to be here with me. That's where they're
Several of
happiest.
your items were auctioned off.
Oh, God.
And I know there was some strange wizard who bought them.
Oh.
Hold on a second. What was his name?
Not
Ilium.
Not him.
Iliac.
I know what you're thinking. It's not Ilian. I think they're actually rivals.
Oh.
Oh, God, was it the Great and Power Albadan?
No, no one to Terra. Not the great and powerful Elvedon.
Wait, who the fuck is Eleanor's rival?
They might be. I could be misquoting there. I'm
No,
not
this is Zach asking the DM because I don't have a clue.
Was it Gideon?
Iliac.
No, Gideon.
Illumination. I don't remember his name. Illuminati.
Illuminati.
That was the wizard's name. It,
Iliac, I believe.
Does that mean I get to play Gideon again at some point?
It's actually Vecna the whole time.
Jesus Christ.
Vecna's.
I do apologize. I was not able to get more.
So, what you're
But
saying
it seems
is,
that you've come across a few magic items of your own.
Yeah, it happens.
so how many of the bard instruments were bought by this wizard?
All of them.
So we need to go to Terra.
Something about completing his collection.
Oh,
But I see.
So we
no,
need
he
to go to
didn't.
Terra.
Watch, it's Arranis' previous master, whatever, he pulled a fake death.
Red rum.
It's,
Red rum.
it's the collector. You have to go with him and get the Infinity Stones.
Not again.
If it is
Oh,
if it is
no.
Red Run, I will be thoroughly impressed with his ability to survive a heart attack and die. And
He
death.
survived dying. Congratulations.
I've survived death, it's fine.
So, we have a plan for saving the world
Yes.
from destruction.
But how, indeed, will we save ourselves?
I forgot.
Find
how
out
well I
next
rolled.
time! No, or now.
The plan is fairly simple. We need to refine our skills slightly more, and then we need to resolve that issue in Erta. And then we're going to disappear for a while. Don't worry, that's completely normal.